Coming at you live from Studio K. You are now listening to Rambling with Ryan.
Yeah, it does.
It has an iconic bottle, like Johnny Red.
Well, everybody, just welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Hello.
Just having a little Scotch conversation. Got Joe Williams and Adam back in Studio K. You can take the headphones off.
Studio K?
You didn't know that's what it was called now?
Oh, no. I thought it was still Willow Creek Studio.
Is that the
No.
new name?
Holy crap, that's
Studio
not.
K, what's that stand for?
Studio K?
Yeah.
It's Coco,
Oh,
right? I think it works.
duh.
It's so fucking low.
So,
Weird.
Ronda Rousey's not the champ anymore.
Yeah, that's fuck, man. I
Can't remember. Did you say that you seen the thing?
I watched it this morning.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I don't know how somehow. I mean, it wasn't that long, right? So somehow they
Well,
got.
It was two rounds. No, but it was still like. Yeah.
What do you mean
It was-
watching
it's
on
like-
YouTube?
it
You
was-
just
it was like
illegally
seven
pirated?
minutes.
I'm not sure. Ashley found it on her phone somewhere. I don't know where she even got it from.
It
What
was like
website?
7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was the
Did you just
one
see the
full
announcement?
round, and
5
then
minutes,
yeah,
And then like a minute. Or
and
two.
this video had the whole introduction. It had everything. It was like 9 minutes, 10 minutes.
Really, you usually can't find those on YouTube.
So
She was stunned from the first round when her eyes swelled up.
Yeah.
She probably broke her nose in the first round. It looked like to me.
she got that was that big elbow, right?
Oh yeah,
that
well,
she took.
but even before that elbow was the catalyst. But even before that, she was.
That elbow was hardcore.
Yeah, but even before that elbow, she was already puffed up and not seeing straight. She got a couple of jabs quick.
Yeah,
And she was stunned.
Yeah.
Then that elbow definitely that just put her into a whole new
her
world.
stand up just was not even close
And
to
she
good
did
enough,
nothing. She
eh?
didn't even touch in the second round. She didn't even touch
It-
Holly.
it
Didn't
looked-
even touch her.
It looked though. It didn't. I don't know. It,
It
looked like she had a
wasn't-
terrible
no,
game plan.
I know,
like she wasn't ready for it.
It was her
Ryan,
usual game.
Ryan,
You think so?
Well, she usually
Ryan,
goes right at him.
She didn't, though.
I think she was not.
She wasn't nearly
Hey,
as
She was
aggressive.
trying to get there.
She
Yeah.
was not in game shape whatsoever.
That's what I thought too.
It looked like she spent too much time on her advertisements, her movies, her little freaking marketing scheme, all her crap, her like Sports Illustrated, her Jimmy Kimmel Live. She's been spending way too much time on that crap. She was not in shape at all. She looked like Apollo Creed in Rocky. Okay, she just came in there like going to come in like Mr. We
Yeah.
want you. Yeah. And then like that girl, and this girl was like in the Himalayas in Tibet, like carrying lumber up the freaking like Mount Everest, like she's like
Yeah,
in shape.
yeah.
This girl's like went to bed punching freaking Ronda at night, like Sylvester Stallone. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
I don't know. She definitely looked like she wasn't in the same kind of shape.
She
normally
was in
was.
no good shape.
She got-
And did you like? And I nobody else seems to have seen it. But did you watch the
Too much champagne, buddy.
the weigh-ins at all? Did they
Too-
show that?
Yeah,
what
I
happened?
saw
Well,
that.
they don't show it on the UFC.
I
They
saw
watched
it.
the day before.
When
Yeah, I know,
when
but-
she pushed her.
Yeah, but did you
I
did
saw
you
it.
hear her when Rogan interviewed her? She sounded she was gone. Like she did not. She was not making sentences.
She's
properly.
She's not a very good talker in the first place. She often like stutters and like doesn't put very good sentences together.
Just it didn't. Something seemed off. Like she was. I've heard her talk in interviews
Too much
before. She's not that
bubblies,
bad.
man.
Yeah, but
she
I've seen
she
when
would.
gets like excited. She like doesn't
Yeah.
put words together. Very good. I do that myself.
Too much fine
I
dinners.
get like worked up
Dude,
and then like words don't.
Pull that mic out.
Too many fine dinners and too much bubblies, buddy. Dinner after dinner. That girl she was not in shape compared to the other girl, had like an 8-pack. And she was like a foot taller than her.
Yeah.
Kicked the shit out of her. She had no idea what happened after 30
Too
seconds.
many men by the horse.
Still though,
Yeah.
what I don't understand
Having
is
way too much
you'd
fun.
think somewhere along the way people would have known or heard like okay, this is going to be a lot closer than we think. Like the odds were stupid. You had to bet I think 1,100 or no, you had to bet like $1,700 to win $100
So what would
on
happen
Rousey.
if you put
That's
if you put
the-
And how much on the other
if you
girl?
put $1,000 on Holly Holm, how much would you have won?
Oh, 170,000?
What?
Is that the right math? It's
I don't know.
well, basically multiply 1,000 by 1,100. Yeah, I think that's 170,000. Pretty sure.
Calculator out. Not trusting the half.
I'll find it.
I don't know if he's even right about the odds. So
Yeah, no, I
I'm
am.
not even bothering.
No, 100%.
It's-
I'm
That
pretty
is
sure it was.
insane.
Yeah, if you go 1,150 times 1,000, you won $115,000.
115 grand I could have won?
Yeah. Even if you bet 100,
I
you
would
would have
never
won
have-
over $1,000.
I never would have had the guess to put $1,000
No, me neither. But that was and that's why those
If you bet
odds are like
100
that.
If you bet 100, you would have won over 11,000 grand. $11,000.
Yeah.
11 grand, not over a grand.
Oh yeah, right. Fuck, what am I talking about? $10. $10.
$10 would have given you a grand.
Yeah.
Well, I would have put $10 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's go back in time.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I should have. I would have. Yeah.
Anyway, she got dummied, and I feel bad for the poor girl,
Yeah.
right?
I didn't know
Because
she broke her jaw though.
Yeah.
No,
that
fuck
last
that.
kick broke Ronda's
who
jaw.
cares? They're hitting her in the neck. No,
They said she might be out for a year.
no.
She might never come
She's
back.
done. She's done.
Ronda's not done.
She's
What are
done.
you talking about?
She's
Why
her
would she
career.
just decide to quit?
Hey,
No.
her career's ruined.
No, she's not going out like that. There's
She's
no way
her
she's
career's
going out like
ruined.
that. She lost the.
You know who she's gonna become? She's gonna become the female version of The Rock now. Okay,
What are you talking about? The Rock's the man.
The Rock's the man. Tooth Fairy.
But
Is that
get
the
him going on the rock.
What are you
I
talking
had
about?
that, like, a
How
month
can you
ago,
even think that?
I've already had this
He
argument
doesn't. He
on
hasn't
here.
done movies like that. He's like Fast and the Furious
only-
and like
The
all
only
this
guy
shit.
this
He's
person
done.
This guy likes more than Justin Timberlake is The Rock.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't say I like them more. I just man, you can't.
Hey, you know how much was riding on this?
respect
Hey,
The Rock, man. The guy busts his ass. He works hard.
Roth, everybody
Yeah.
wants.
He's up at 3:50 a.m. working out.
Okay, is
almost
that what
every
he tells
day.
you? But
That's not what he tells
Hey.
you.
hey, look at everybody wants
does
the
via
girl
Instagram.
that's 12-0, 13-0. Nobody wants the person who's 13-1. Right now, it's wait a minute. This girl has just lost 50% of her stock value. Okay.
Oh no, she definitely has lost stock value.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
This is like she was undefeated before,
Yeah.
the Messiah. Now she is like, oh, somebody can't beat her, and she looks like shit in that fight. I feel
Yeah,
bad for
but
her.
that's also
But
how
if you're going to
champions
enter
are
this,
made,
if you're going to
man.
enter this
Well, I
form,
don't know. If they had a rematch in like 6 weeks, she would still get her ass kicked.
if you had,
Probably.
hey,
She didn't have the
hey,
same skills.
first of all, on
But
her
it was just
end,
different. She didn't take her
Hey,
down. She
she's
didn't.
a-
They
She,
went to the mat twice.
they did, but Ronda wanted to stand with her. You could tell. Ronda wasn't trying
That
to
was a
take her
big
down. Exactly.
She's
Where
their
did that
foot-
come
I
from?
think
She's a
I think in her mind, because of who she's fought, so who knows? But like their big talk these days is how since before she like when she first was like 5-6-0, came in the UFC, started dominating. The whole talk was like her striking wasn't that good, and they say like everyone talks about how like it's improved exponentially since she got in. Like her striking is actually very good now, but compared to her, she's not at all. She was like a kickboxing champion.
Yeah, and
right?
the girl's fast.
And I think she went in maybe with an inflated view of her striking ability. I don't know. But she definitely should have been trying to take her down more. Shoot.
in this sport, hey, in boxing or UFC,
Get a hold of her,
hey,
She should've taken her down.
in boxing or UFC, you have to sometimes lose to get better.
Yeah.
You know? You can't just be undefeated. Like, it's a sport. Like, you're not going to be
Exactly.
the prime of
Exactly.
your ability. You're going to get your face. If you box or UFC, trust me, at some time in your life, it's like every guy is being dumped. Okay? Every guy in the world is being dumped by a girl at one time or another, but it's the same thing. You have to lose.
Mhm.
You can't just continue winning. She got her ass fed to her. She got
Mayweather's
too
doing
cocky. She got too whatever because he was a pussy.
But the difference there is
When
that he
accepted-
he probably fought over 300 amateur fights before
Yeah,
he went pro,
but it's
right?
gonna
And
happen.
he lost.
But I'm sure at some time maybe before he happened to have a 50-0 record, I'm sure when he was like
49.
growing up, he got dummied once or twice by somebody. Come on, what? You think
Yeah.
the guy's boxed his whole life and hasn't got his hat
Did you-
fed to him?
Did you see there was an article that
It's-
Oscar De La Hoya wrote in Playboy. He wrote an article in there about Floyd Mayweather, just ripping Floyd Mayweather about how he's been a pansy his whole life. All he's done is ran. He's never challenged himself since he got to like the 20-0 or whatever. He never fought guys when they were in their prime. Guys like Oscar De La Hoya, who he should have fought 5 years prior. Guys like Pacquiao, who he should have fought 5 years earlier. He stayed away from the challenge, right?
Oscar De La Hoya wrote that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Good article. It's not that long.
Yeah,
It's
but
good.
if you fight 50 times, there's probably been a couple tough ones in there.
Yeah, but and it's also the way he fights, right? Yeah,
Okay.
everybody, like, he says in it, like, you're a technical genius, you're an amazing boxer, but, you know, people are always going to remember
Didn't he
you
get
as
to-
that guy. They're
Hey,
never going to remember you as
Yeah.
like that, the champ,
Didn't he get
right?
denied?
The guy who
Didn't
fought
he-
the wars
hey,
and won.
Didn't
and
he
came
get
out.
denied his last run because he was taking steroids or something? He got like, didn't he get?
I don't know.
I don't think
Did he
he-
get busted?
But I don't
He-
think they don't get tested very strictly.
No, he
But-
got on his 50th one got reversed. He got busted.
Really?
Yeah, like after Pacquiao, like this is recently, like 2 months ago.
Alright.
Yeah, he's like his 50th one is like not.
I don't think he's fought 50 though. He's 49-0.
He did fight 50, but it wasn't advertised as much as Pacquiao. and he won 50, but then it got reversed because he was taking steroids or something. The referees found something in his locker.
In his locker?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Needle and a syringe? What's this?
Never seen that shit before.
Oh, that's why.
Did you look it up? What does it say?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, there's some information there, right?
Floyd Mayweather. No, it wasn't steroids. Despite being caught using illegal IV injections day before the win over Manny
so
Pacquiao.
what's
That was the
needle-
Pacquiao
what's
fight,
that
though.
needle in my IV bag?
That was
Vitamins?
that wasn't this last
Vitamin
fight that
D.
you're talking about, though.
No, he hasn't. Yeah.
Junior Floyd Mayweather Jr. Steroids.
Yeah, he is Floyd Mayweather Jr. His dad is the original.
Let's see. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is boxing pound for pound king.
Anyways, I feel
Yeah, I
bad
don't
for
know.
Rusty because you don't want to see someone get beat up like that, you know. But
Yeah, you know what? I don't.
Hard
The shittiest thing
knockout.
about it is just like everyone just ripping her. Unfortunately,
Well, you know, I got a theory on that though. I think like if she would be like a better sport about most things, I don't think people would rip her. But most of the time, she's like a massive bitch. Like she doesn't touch gloves. She always rips into people like after she wins and like
Yeah.
puts them down. I don't know. She's kind of a cow.
A lot of it
time.
is a
Against the
show.
people-
but
But well, even most times in after a fight, people like you know they raise a hand and say great competitor or whatever, or you know good fight. She always like tears the she beats up. She always
she
tears
never
them
did
down.
that with the.
Yeah,
the-
she does.
She did it with the last one because she
Yeah,
said
she does
something
it with,
about
like,
her.
Misha Tate too.
Something about her
She does
dad.
it with
Yeah, but that
almost all
was
of
because
them.
of comments that they were making to her.
Okay, well I don't know.
Right?
But
Yeah, she
I
did let it
don't
go.
really I don't see anybody else doing that really. Most people, whatever happens afterwards, they never like trash the other person after the fight.
she,
No,
Holly,
rarely.
It happens very rarely.
Holly didn't
She's done it like many
Holly
times.
didn't say anything.
Yeah, and
No.
I don't know. She's just not a very good sport about that type of stuff.
And she didn't help her cause with everything that happened and what she said in the at the weigh-ins and all of that and the stuff she was posting. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know the other side. Apparently, she was saying some shit, like putting on some fake show. But that the way she talks, she's a hard ass, man. The reason she got to where she is because of like that type of an
I don't know,
attitude.
Holly didn't do that.
But-
She just beat the champ.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, Holly-
it definitely made her look bad.
Did you see her
For
Holly
sure, it
pushed
made
her
her
in the
look
face
bad.
when they were doing the?
Yeah,
thing?
they both kind of, but yeah, Holly kind of pushed after, but
There's nothing though. Rosie kind of went with it.
yeah.
So if she's out for a year, probably like Misha Tate will get to fight Holly then.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
Ronda's out for a year, there'll be a fight in between.
Misha will probably get her chance now.
You won't see Rosie fight anymore.
Yeah, you will.
That's retarded.
Yeah, you will.
I bet you will.
Yeah, you
She's
will.
a competitor.
Yeah, she's not just gonna quit.
I
man.
get it. She's got like other things she could go and do, but I bet you she still wants to kick some ass. She's not. What is she? 26, 7?
Well, unless she's gonna come back, like once she heals up here and start fucking like hardcore training and be like, okay,
She's still pretty young.
so like 2 months of sorrow and then like, okay, I'm gonna start fucking, you know, I'm punching the brick. Yeah, like punching brick walls, you know, like this,
Running
like,
up the
like,
stairs.
like Kill Bill, like Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, until she can like break brick walls with her knuckles. Then she's like, okay, I'm ready to go now. But I just don't see it in her. I
Sure.
think she's done.
No, I don't think she's done it.
I
Why?
bet she comes back
Hey,
and
she's
kicks some
not.
ass.
She doesn't challenge that girl again.
Oh yeah, she will.
Oh, she get her fucking face fed in. That's retarded.
No, buddy, you do know
But,
that.
okay, what happens if she comes back and gets knocked out again by Holly?
If she fights Holly
Her
again,
career is completely
Then that's
over. She won't be able to get
I don't know if that's it. It's up to her,
She
right?
won't be
Lots
able
of
to-
people go through stints
Hey.
like that. The problem with Ronda is that she's on fucking Everest, man.
Hey.
Now
She was
she's
like
here.
higher than anybody I can think of
Yeah.
really in any other sport right now.
Yeah.
Ryan, she comes back and loses, she won't get a free photography photo at the swimsuit edition, okay? They'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, Ronda, like, you're nothing.
Well, she's still hot.
She can't lose
No,
twice.
she's still big.
Yeah, right now
I
she
think
is.
who
But every
knows? It all
day
depends
is gonna
whether
get worse.
when she comes back whether she fights for the title again. I don't
I'm
think
sure
she
she'll
does
get a rematch.
because well she will, but when someone loses like that,
I
where
wanna
it's
see-
not really like a war and it goes to a
Hey.
decision and it's
I'm not
like
in
she
the-
got beat.
I'm not in the
Yeah, but
industry.
They don't
Anderson-
usually give
Anderson
them.
Silva got knocked out. And
Yeah,
came
but
right
it
back
was
to
antics and it was a weird thing that happened with him.
Hey.
I don't. Not the same.
I'm not in the
And
advertising
Anderson was
industry.
winning that fight
I
until
don't-
he
but
got
I wanna-
clipped.
I want to know who Holly is now. I don't want to know how Ronda's doing. I want to know who Holly is.
That's what everybody wants
Fuck,
to know.
you're just cutthroat, eh?
Oh yeah, that's the way it works.
One
goes
loss,
to
you're
the-
out of here.
Oh yeah.
She goes.
Two. She goes 0-2, buddy. She's done.
She's not
There's
done.
way more on the line in the second fight.
Dude, there's nobody else though.
I'll give you
Yeah,
one.
there's a pool
The
of
problem
like 30.
is there's like a pool of 30 women in the
Yeah,
UFC,
then they'll
and
go-
there's a pool of like 4 or
then
5 that
they'll
are
go- then they'll
legitimate.
go to
I bet if she's out for a year, they'll give Misha
Then-
Tate a crack
Ryan,
at it,
yeah.
and then
Ryan.
Ronda will get to
If
go
there's
again
no
after
girls
that.
in the UFC, then they'll go find the Women's League of Tennis and find somebody there. Okay? It doesn't have to
What
be
would
in the
happen if
UFC.
What?
Serena Williams came
They'll
to
go
UFC?
find- no.
She could probably kick some ass.
They'll go find the next star.
No, she can't. You still have to have technique. You still have to know how to
Hey,
fight.
They just go
You
find
can't
the
just
next
go
guy.
in and brawl.
She looks like a gnarly woman.
Yeah, she probably is tough,
But-
but I'm sure she got in the ring with even I bet you like Yolanda or Jacek would beat the shit.
You're
out of
making
her.
it
Did
sound...
you see the Yelena Jacek fight? She, however the fuck you say her name, she had a pretty tough fight. Right
Yeah,
before
I
that.
heard.
Both of the main fights
Letourneau's
were women.
pretty. She's been around for a while. She's got like I think she's
It
got
was a good
like
fight, man.
yeah.
Super entertaining.
Hey,
Were any of the other fights good? didn't see
Anderson Silva got Bigfoot Silva got,
knocked out, right?
Yeah, from a glancer to the back of the head.
Huh.
He went out and down.
That's probably because I think he like
hey,
was off.
you make it sound
testosterone
like there
now.
needs to be a girl from the UFC. If it's not her, it's going to be someone else. When it's just because she was a good story, man. She was a good-looking girl or a reasonable-looking girl and was like undefeated.
Yeah, but she was winning and she was stopping people quickly.
If there's no
That's
other,
why it won.
if there's no other girl in UFC, then they'll go to like field hockey. and
Dude,
make
the thing
something out of
is,
it.
what you
Somebody.
she had like 3
This
fights with
girl's
Misha Tate.
never-
Misha Tate is
This
a good
captain
fighter.
of the Scandinavian
And she's
team
hot,
of field
too.
hockey has never lost a game, and then all the focus will be on her. Is whoever the media wants to portray.
Yeah, but Joe, listen.
she's done
At the
now.
same time,
Her story's
that, No,
over.
but at the same time that Ronda was coming up,
The end.
Misha Tate was also coming up. Both hot, both good fighters, but Ronda was better.
The
Ronda
end.
was the best.
We all want to
and
hear.
she was marketable.
We all want to hear the prologue, but it's the end, buddy.
It's not the end.
We all want to know. We hope there's a Lord of the Rings 5.
I don't
But
understand.
it's probably over, buddy.
I don't understand how you think it's the end. Like
I'm
what
not. I'm just saying.
logic out of someone who's a competitor like that, who's been to the Olympics, didn't win when she got screwed over, stuck around, and then became the biggest star in the UFC.
Because 13-0 sounds a lot better than 12-1, or 12-2 for that matter. It just gets
They
worse.
don't take away wins.
No, dude, if she won, she would have been 13-0.
No, she's fifth. Ronda's, I think. She was 12-0, wasn't she? I thought she was 13-0.
If she won, she would have been 13-0. Now she's 12-1.
Yeah.
Now from 12-1,
The other
this
girl's
way-
10-0, hey?
As bad as that sounds,
Yeah.
as bad as that
Holly
sounds,
Holm's 10-0.
from 13-0 to 12-1, you know what 12-2 sounds like? Shit, now
Not that bad. There's champions who are like 30-10 and
she's still up there, definitely, but she's not front page. Front page.
that's up to
SportsCenter
her.
anymore.
Was she the who has the longest winning streak in UFC history?
She was the
Anderson
NXT?
Silva, wasn't
Hey, Ryan, she
Anderson
came
Silva?
in. She thought
With
she
how
was.
many?
She
Hold on,
thought
let's
she was
see.
Apollo Creed, okay? You know in Rocky when he comes in like it's gonna be a big match and like he's giving us some underdog
Yeah.
a fight and the Southpaw Rocky Balboa fucking puts up a fight and takes him 12? That's what happened tonight. She was out of shape and not ready.
Yeah, I don't know what was up. But I think
I feel bad for
I
the girl.
think that's what happened, and I think that was
For
my
sure.
my first thought when I watched that weigh-in was, oh, she had to cut too much weight.
that girl, that other
She-
girl.
She cut a lot of weight.
Hey.
I don't know. But I think she had to.
Holly-
Yeah, Anderson Silva,
Holly
16
was beat-
consecutive, 10 title
Yeah,
defenses.
Holly
16 wins in a row.
Yeah,
Straight?
and 10 title
In
defenses.
UFC.
Yeah,
Holly was
Yeah.
beating the sides of beef in the processing plant like Rocky was, okay?
yeah, we get
Punching
it.
fucking half sides of beef.
Rocky
while
is home,
while
and
Ronda
Rousey
was drinking
is
champagne
Creed.
and hitting up the New York lifestyle with Jimmy Kimmel, okay, on the weekends.
There's a new
Tell ya.
new Creed, that new Rocky movie coming out called Creed.
I mean, the first two are the good ones.
Is that a Rocky movie?
It's a Rocky, yeah. Sylvester
he's
Stallone
still
plays
Rocky
Rocky, and I
Balboa,
believe
and
this
he's
is
the
Creed's
coach?
son. I believe that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh really?
That's what
I've
it
seen the
seems like.
or movies for that or trailer, whatever. I didn't realize that was an extension of the Rocky movies.
Yeah.
So what does that make it? Rocky 9?
No, not Rocky 9.
Okay, let's
Rocky
move on.
seven?
Fuck is your
Hey,
name?
I think we should talk a little bit about the tragedies in Paris.
Yeah, man.
Let's move on to that.
That's some fucking heavy shit.
What's the total to now? 130?
132, I think.
132?
That's what I heard. That's what I read.
129. Wasn't it? Or
I-
that's what I just seen today.
I for sure read a 3 somewhere. 130
Really?
something, yeah. But you could be right. Does it really matter? It's
No.
over 100. Apparently.
Oh yeah, total reach is 132. Just seen it. It said 129 earlier when we were sitting out there.
It's okay. We're not gonna argue about that.
Wasn't arguing.
But
I was
anyways,
just wanted to find
you
out.
know, like most of them came from the theater,
Yeah.
right? Where they think like
concert was.
89
Yeah.
to like 100 people died just in that one place.
They were
There
just
was-
executing them.
Okay,
right?
from what I understand, there were 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah, there was.
One of the drive. Okay, there was the stadium where they were playing football, but that was outside. Some explosions went on. I think a couple people died outside.
Yeah,
but
there's a bomb
the,
went off there.
the pictures, they show everybody inside, but I think it was outside.
Yeah.
They whipped by, like people, like if you've ever been to Paris, they were having dinner, like how they
Yeah,
eat
on the
outside
streets.
on the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like sitting outside, like Original Joe's, like in the summer. You would just sit out that, like, or like downtown where you can or on White Rock when you're just like on the street.
Yeah.
And somebody drove by and just machine gunned, and like 18 people died there.
Yeah.
Then there was another couple incidents, like
Really? They got 18 people from a drive-by?
yeah,
shooting?
a
That's
drive by at the restaurant.
nuts.
At the restaurant,
I wonder
There
how
was
many people were shooting.
15
So they just had one car.
15.
With some behind,
Sorry, it
with
could
a-
be
with an
50.
AK out the
It was
side.
for sure
And-
15, maybe 18, and they just sitting outside on the patio,
Yeah.
machine gun AK-47s, and then because they're what do you call it? The cruise
Kleshnikov.
Klashkov, that's what they said they were had, and then there was another incident where 3 or 4 people died outside like the shopping mall, and the big one was the theater. And what it said, they held everybody hostage. There was like a death metal band from
Yeah.
the States on there,
Yeah.
and they were throwing bombs into
In
like
the
the
crowd,
crowd
like
of people,
grenades or
grenades or whatever, and then they all blew themselves up. They out of the 7 terrorists, I think there were,
Yeah.
6 of them detonated their.
Well, weren't
What
they?
happened the
They're
last
still
one?
looking for one.
What?
Well, they're looking for accomplices.
Now they
People
say-
that weren't involved in the attack, but involved
did
in the
hear
planning.
somewhere. Now
Gotcha.
they think there's an 8th person,
Yeah.
like or something. But there were 7 that they know of, and 6 of them they know for sure detonated their belts.
Yeah.
And one guy they managed to kill before he detonated it.
Hmm.
And it was I read an article in Time, and it said that it was like a really easy synthesis to make the chemical for exploding.
Yeah.
And like really like friction, or like if you drop the belt, it like blows up. Like really unstable.
That's fucking sketchy.
Really
Yeah.
unstable.
Especially if they're hopping
really
in the cars and
apparently
shit.
easy for like people who know what they're doing to make, but really unstable. So even people who know how to make it, they don't make it because like if you like bump into something, it blows up.
Yeah.
Nitroglycerin.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
nitroglycerin. It's like you can wear this, and if you can program it, you can try to do it properly. But if you like bump into something or somebody tackles you, it's gonna go off.
Huh.
I don't know how they didn't
They said
blow
it
up
was really-
accidentally then.
yeah,
If
they-
they're like hopping into the cars and like
Yeah.
whizzing down the road,
Yeah.
out the window shooting.
And they
friggin-
found, and they said
Like,
they
couldn't you just
found,
punch the guy in the gut?
they found excessive.
Well, they said that did happen once
Yeah.
they realized at the theater. Once they realized that they weren't getting out of there. Like I think they didn't. They say
just
they
started
started charging
They had
them?
the hostages, and then when they realized they weren't getting out of there, they just started fucking unloading their guns into the hostages.
Yeah.
Until like the SWAT team was like, because they're like trying to negotiate, and then they're like, we're coming in, and like if you're the terrorist, it's eventually the doors get kicked in, right? And they start putting like flash bombs in.
Yeah.
Like okay, they're coming in, and so like their last things were like, boom. Boom.
So pretty much all they have to do is get hit by a bullet and they probably explode too.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
unstable, right?
Yeah, it was really unstable, but that's what they said in the thing. And they had lots of paraphernalia, like metal and shit, like with them. Like when they make a bomb, they put a bunch of like bearings and fucking
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's
You
like
know,
shrapnel.
So it shoots
screws
everywhere.
and
Yeah.
screws and bolts and crap. Pack it in there, right?
Yeah.
what
Does
was
a
the
lot of-
age?
That
Probably
does a
like
lot of damage.
25
Does
years
it-
old.
I
They
think
only
so.
had. They had said the only thing I heard is they had fingerprints from one. So obviously they got a chunk of finger from one of the terrorists that blew up, and he had Israel.
Syrian passport.
Well, there was a guy with a Syrian passport, and then there was another guy that had. They were watching because of what's the word I'm looking for? When they transitioned to like the. When they're what's the word I'm looking for? Like when they're like
Joe, pull that mic over a bit.
like the Israeli like the
Refugees?
not the refugees, the Israelis, like the hardcore group, not-
Israeli group.
the Israeli group, like the
ISIS? Yeah.
Oh, like not Israeli, like maybe like Iraqi.
Yeah, Iraqi, right? But they were I don't know they're watching people because they think like there's some people that think that they're going
Radicalized?
Radicalized, exactly.
Okay,
Okay, so they were under watch for radicalization before,
Right.
And anyways, they never got arrested or anything. And they're one of the people that pulled his suicide bomb.
All right. Where does France go from here?
They've already started bombing.
Did they?
But they already were bombing them with
They
us.
were, yeah.
So they dropped a bunch of bombs on it's like Raqqa or something like that. It's like in Iraq.
And apparently the state...
Or in Syria.
The same time... This came out on Twitter. This is Twitter on Time. The states released the same time that just coincidentally, the same time that those attacks were going on in Paris, Americans were dropping bombs and happened to kill like an Iraqi leader or like a...
That Johnny G had.
Yeah.
Huh?
At the
You
same
didn't
time.
know that?
Yeah.
And they're like, this wasn't supposed to come out, but we just kind of said it because this Paris thing, and it just so happened at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Like virtually when these attacks were going on, they were had like a mission. The planes were already in the air to bomb these places of interest.
What do you think? Conspiracy?
I don't know what the hell is going on. And the ISIS, they say that they're gonna. This is the first of every. This
Yeah,
is
I know. They threatened
They said
Canada,
that
they threatened Australia.
with all these refugees leaving Syria, they said that they've smuggled 4,000 people into U.S. or other European countries.
And you think
That's
they
not hard to
They said
believe.
they're going to be
So they're like,
Italy's
we're-
going to get hit hard because their borders aren't
So, like,
they don't
what-
have
what-
as stringent laws.
what we'll get you in,
place.
but you owe us kind of
But-
shit. Was
Well,
he
no, they
refugees?
have all the refugee stuff. I think they're just mingling in with them and coming in.
Well, one of the guys had like a refugee passport that was in this.
Was it?
Yeah, they said one of the guys had a refugee.
What's the
passport.
deal with those refugees? Like, what the hell are we supposed to do? Like,
Yeah.
fuck, you can't come in.
Yeah,
What the hell?
They've
Like,
got- if they're
we can
gonna-
bring in like a couple thousand.
they said they're bringing
but
like
20,000
to Vancouver or something like that.
John Trudeau said that.
So stupid.
But you can't just.
I
Bring
mean,
these
I don't
people
have
in.
a problem with them coming in, but you got to have a plan for what they're going to do. How are they going to contribute to our economy? And you have to be
Our taxpayer dollars will take care of them.
Yeah.
You want groceries? You want an apartment?
Yeah,
No problem.
exactly.
They had a 4-part series on CKNW about the life of a refugee who actually got granted in, and the government just. He's probably living in a better place than I am in Vancouver.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, but
But anyways, I don't know what's going. Whatever you can't.
but
use
what's
something-
what's gonna stop this? What these attacks are like? I know there's always gonna be war.
You
Basically,
got to protect your borders.
But how do you
Yeah, but
stop ISIS?
with the refugee stuff, you can't even you can't background check those guys. They have nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
But-
no social security number.
yeah, where are you from? I'm from this village.
Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkish.
Turkey. Yeah,
Yeah.
Turkish. What do you do there?
Lost my
My
papers.
father was a
Sheep
boot
herder.
cobbler, right?
Broom cobbler.
A
Oh,
boot cobbler.
Broom cobbler.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What was his business called? You know? Oh, we never it's just you're right. You can't backtrack any of these people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell you do.
I think you need to have some kind of a documentation.
Yeah, but why? But
Like,
hey, if you're
otherwise,
gonna-
how
Most of them don't,
Hey.
especially if like a mom and like 3 kids are floating over on some like rubber raft across the Mediterranean, and they show up without papers. I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
and
don't- I
and
have
if
no- I
it
don't-
happens to get windy and the raft flips over and nobody's wearing a life jacket, is it that country's fault that they drowned?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should put a life jacket on because the storm came and whipped over your boat. You see the crap they're like overloaded
Oh yeah.
coming on, and they're sinking all the time,
Yeah.
and they make
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
feel bad. Oh, another 20 people died. Well, that thing was a piece of shit,
Yeah.
right? And they're hanging.
Well,
off
but that's
of it.
all they have. Like they're getting out in whatever way they can get out of there. They're not thinking about their fucking transport means.
I don't know.
They're
it's
like,
really
oh, there's a
hard-
boat.
It's
Okay,
really
I'll
hard
get
to
on
put
it.
my.
Yeah,
it's
they're
really
desperate.
hard to
We
put
can fit on
ourselves.
one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you imagine being that bad that you had to get out of Canada that bad that you
And
jump on
that's
that
nuts.
boat.
That's
I can't.
That you like jumped on like a rubber raft like a Zodiac and tried to sail to Hawaii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's almost the same thing.
yeah, and
Good
exactly.
luck.
Yeah, exactly. So what? How things? I can't even relate to it. I don't know what to say. But you kind of. But do you think that the terrorists are coming in with? If you're gonna, these terrorists that are doing this shit, it doesn't. It's not that hard to get into a country.
Well, not once you get into Europe. If you pull up on the beaches of Greece and walk into their system, where they can't afford like hardly anything
Yeah.
right now, let alone like a coast guard.
Yeah, exactly.
And then from there, you can just foot walk all the way to Germany or France.
Yeah, but you could get into Canada just as easy. Like I've been to lots of countries. I could just.
Well, I don't think it's that. You've got to get to Canada by plane.
Yeah. No, yeah.
You gotta fly into an airport.
Yeah, but still, if you're a terrorist, you're trying to, out of all this planning
But
they
it's
do,
not impossible.
the hardest thing is to get into the country. There's probably a bunch of, I go in by plane is because I know I won't have any problem going to the border. But if I wanted to get into Canada, there's like a million other ways.
Well, how would you do it?
Like a ship,
You don't think those go to ports too?
a cargo ship that is probably.
Those also go to ports.
But you could hide in like a container and like.
Yeah,
probably,
people do that all the time and they
Yeah.
suffocate in there.
Exactly. You could be on that thing for like a month.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or you ever seen the dockyard where they take the container off the ship and they stack you 4 deep and then in 6 weeks we'll get to that one and get it on the truck.
Yeah, you fucking starve.
Yeah, but some of them are like, this one's got to go right away. It's paid priority. It's got to go the night as soon as it comes to the ship. It's right to my fucking farm.
But then you gotta find,
Yeah,
find
it's
out
like
which one that is.
It's like an extra $1,000.
Yeah,
and
but
they'll put
other
it on-
ones are just containers full of Nike
Yeah, but
shoes,
when they unload-
and they're like, we'll get to them when we get to it.
Yeah, of course. But some of them are also like these ones get loaded up
Perishables.
right up. Yeah, it's no big deal. Like probably like hundreds of containers. They probably go right away. Within 5 hours, they like shipped.
Yeah, some of them do. Some
But that
don't.
I'm just this one.
Either way,
example.
you're in a container, and that's sketchy. How long can you live in a container?
What about a fishing vessel?
Well, but there's no fishing vessels going across. I mean, I guess if you met up
Met
with
up.
another boat like on the ocean, but this
Which
would
wouldn't
have to
be hard
be
to do?
coordinated. I don't know. I think it wouldn't be that easy to do.
Yeah, I think if you have money, you could probably
Yeah,
make
if you
that
have money,
kind of
no
thing happen.
problem.
But these people have nothing. These people have no money. They
But
have
ISIS
nothing.
has money.
Yeah, I know, but ISIS isn't the one paying for these people to leave their country.
Just
Like,
think yourself right now.
They're the reason they are trying to leave the country.
If you wanted to get into like Australia without like flying in, like how would you get in there?
You're right, but if I had,
It wouldn't be. Yeah, if you
but
had
if
to.
it, but if it was my goal to get in there to carry out my plans, I would start thinking about ways to get in there. I've never wrapped my brain around it because I would just fly there because we're fortunate that we're white and we're Canadian.
People have a hard time fucking getting from Mexico into the States, and they're connected.
Yeah, I guess yeah. What do you mean good? What do you
Yeah.
mean and they're connected?
Well, Mexico and the States
Oh,
share a border.
the countries are connected. I thought you
Yeah.
meant that these people were connected that were having
no,
trouble.
no.
Okay.
But what do they do? Like what's gonna stop
I
these
heard
kinds
ISIS
of things
is
from
like.
happening?
I don't know. I bet France comes down hard now.
Yeah,
though.
they're
Oh, yeah.
known for freaking out.
Oh yeah,
The
they're
France.
they're nationalistic.
Oh yeah, man. They don't like that is.
They'll
like,
be on the warpath.
And they're
yeah,
not
they'll
as
start-
politically correct as
They've
we
actually
are.
started the last 2 wars pretty much. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, they had a hand in it, but I don't know.
But
Well,
anyway-
whatever. I mean,
Yeah, but
hopefully they find the responsible parties.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
doesn't it-
unfortunately, 8 of them are already dead.
But what I mean is all that's gonna happen is okay, you bomb this one. ISIS isn't just gonna go.
I
away
heard
because
ISIS
they're
is-
they're so spread
I-
out.
Yeah, but what happens if everybody gets pissed off? Like, enough of this shit.
Yeah.
You get like Canada, America, France, Britain, all showing up on these borders. It's like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
You guys brought this on.
yeah, well, but
The problem is
Before we
like-
were just bombing from the sky.
Yeah.
and then they fucking
Now we got boots on the
yeah,
ground.
and then they nuke a country.
The problem
Then
is
what?
like Russia's backing one side, America's backing another
the
side.
The thing with like nuking is that's pretty indiscriminate. You kill women,
these
children.
guys behead people.
Well, I know, but you take out a whole region.
They don't give a
I-
fuck. They just
yeah.
murder people.
Well, I would
having
vote for no nuclear weapons.
yeah, but they have. I know. I'm worried about them using them first.
Oh, them. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Innocent
if they got a
people-
hold of one, they for surely would.
No
Yeah.
matter what they do,
They mow
innocent
down
people are gonna
having
die.
coffee and cake at the restaurant. They don't,
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't they care? Hey, but these.
But
these-
that's also
I
also
heard
hard to sneak
ISIS
into a
is
country.
like. I heard ISIS is
What's
like.
that in your duffel bag?
Hey, how are they recruiting people? Like I heard
They do it on the internet.
I heard they're like quite the army now.
Oh yeah.
Like they have like equipment.
You know what
They-
the big
they've
ways
sent
they communicate is
4,000
through Instagram. You know what? It's pretty weird.
Why do they do that? Why don't they have?
Because for some reason, it's not as monitored as like say like email or Twitter or Facebook. They can like take pictures. Oh no, yeah, that's exactly what it was. They take pictures and it's like sequenced kind of like a barcode, and then whoever receives the picture, they have like an app on their phone that fucking what do they call that?
Assembles it?
No, it'll like discern it. Like it'll like look at the images, and out of the squiggles and lines and stuff like that, it'll be able to get a message out of it, like a legible message.
Uncode it.
Uncode it. But if you look at it, it's just like lines and crosses and squiggles.
And
then they look at it on their phone, and it's like the hits Monday.
Yeah,
That's
but I
what they
heard
do.
they have like an army now, man. Like these guys.
Well, they sent 4,000 people. They said 4,000 have just entered into these European
Who's
countries.
leading them?
They're huge.
Who's leading them?
They pretty much
don't know.
taken over Syria.
Syria?
Huh?
Well, Syria's
okay.
a fucked up country, man. I just
Well,
watched
it
a
is
little
now.
video
What
today
about in Egypt too?
about what's going on in there. There's so many different players. There's like 4 different people, and they're all one's fighting this one for one reason, but then he's fighting another one for a
Hey,
different
you know
reason.
what was nice to watch was in Egypt?
It's fun.
Gestafi, or what was his name?
Gaddafi?
Gaddafi.
Yeah, Muammar
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi. Like I watched like a biography on him. Like he pretty much like ruled Egypt, right?
Yeah.
And he was like screwing hookers and just did whatever.
Oh,
he wanted.
Doing whatever he wanted, man. Like this guy's like the richest guy ever, right? And until he eventually got killed.
Yeah.
There's like a 2-hour biography on it, right?
On what? Netflix?
No, it's on CBC, I think, or something about Gaddafi.
I love those documentaries.
There's like Passionate Eye Gaddafi.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
What
But-
year did he go down now? 2012?
No idea.
I think that was like 2012. That was like that Arab springtime.
I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know what to do with these guys. I really don't know. Is there like how much propaganda do you hear? Like, why don't they just like? How can they cause us so much trouble? Like you said, if all the countries just were like, "Hey, you're fucked. We're gonna kick the shit out of you."
It's because
Yeah,
of
you've gone too
the
far.
problem
Why-
is the
why-
religious side of it. That's the
What
problem.
are you talking about? The problem is
Yeah, but eventually people are gonna get fed up.
No,
But
I
France
understand
has
that,
Lots of
but
Muslim people.
the
Yeah,
thing,
the other thing
France
about that
doesn't.
is, how come the Muslim people never like stand up on the street or like get on the news and say, you know, this isn't what we're about. We condone this behavior. These guys should never be part of. These
They're-
are radical elements. This isn't what Muslims about or whatever.
There is some
The-
people that say that.
But
Yeah,
you
there
never
were. There,
see,
no,
you never see them
they-
like protesting in
they
the
really,
streets.
they really hadn't been, but there was one. I'm just looking for it right now. There was a big thing that was put out by some
Man,
Muslim
they
leader.
stay pretty quiet.
Yeah, they do.
They don't get like on the news and being like, "This isn't us. This isn't what we're about. These are a radical element." They always just like, "Oh shit!"
If we weren't on,
and
if
they
we
like,
weren't,
we're just gonna stay in.
if
for
we
a
weren't on air, then I have some maybe different things to say about it.
It's just looked it up. Muslims around the world speak out against
Oh, yeah. It's
terrorist
somebody-
Well, you
attacks.
have to go looking for their opinion, though.
No, and that's what I think too. That's why I bring it up because
It's
I
the
think
biggest
we're
religion in
not
the world,
gonna,
and you don't hear a peep from them.
we're not gonna be able to stop
Apparently,
them.
it was all the things were like in the prostitution district. Did you hear this?
No.
Like a lot of these attacks were in the area of Paris that were like known for, like, you go to like any European city or any like even Caribbean city, pretty much any city. There's like even Vancouver has Hastings, East Hastings, right?
Yeah.
Which is more of like a drug addict one. But
Yeah.
even you go to Germany, you go to France, you go
They
anywhere.
get the red light district.
They got the It was like it's like Paris's nightclub prostitution district.
Yeah. What do they call that in Paris? There's a special name for
Yeah,
it.
it was like they don't
Made
have,
that movie.
they don't have like borders and they show you on a map. It's kind of like, oh, you want to go, like, this is the area that everybody goes. You know, there's all the nightclubs that are open late. There's all the bars. This is where all the rowdy action is, right? Yeah, prostitutions are in there. You know, maybe the street drug dealers are there, right? Like, this is the area, right? You know, Vancouver is more like, oh, like, we don't have like a prostitution area, but it's like, oh, you want to go to like the ratty area, kind of, right? You go to East Hastings, right?
Yeah. Well, all I know is if that had happened, I remember like not even a year ago when that one crazy bastard shot that
Canadian.
one
The
Canadian
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
How pissed off I was. I can only imagine how friggin' pissed off the French people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about
Like I was.
what
like,
about when 2,000 people died
that
at
is the
9/11?
fucking rudest.
What about when all those
the insult?
What about when all those thousands of people died at 9/11?
Well, I honestly, I do obviously remember that very well, but I was a little bit young to get the full impact on to grasp the psyche of what changes in a country when that happens. But I remember
Was
feeling
that-
it when it was 2001.
But was that
We were in
religious
grade
based?
12. Yeah, well, it's
I
Osama
know.
bin Laden. He was doing it for Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
That's what they tell us.
Yeah, I know, but
And I don't know what the difference between Al Qaeda and ISIS is. Does anybody know?
They were fighting each other.
Yeah, but what's the difference?
They beat
They're all they're just a different rebel group.
They're all
just, that's all these are. They're
man.
just rebel groups that come out of, like, ISIS was started as the rebels who were fighting against what's his name, Assad or whatever, the president of Syria.
Al-Assad,
there was the rebels fighting back against him,
and
the states were funding them.
Yeah.
And then out of that group, there were people that didn't agree with the cause of what they were fighting for, and they started ISIS.
Okay, whatever.
It's fucked up. I watched it again.
But I don't understand if, like you said, if the States and Canada and Britain and France and Russia
Australia,
all came around and was like,
listen, cocksuckers.
Yeah.
listen, guys, you want us to just like
Chill
bomb
the fuck
the
out.
shit out of your whole country, we'll lay your country to a wasteland. You won't be able to grow a crop for fucking 100 years, or do you guys just want to get along?
Yeah.
See,
No, what is it? Something's going on. There's more to it.
Yeah, well, I was always of the opinion that
Maybe
if you looked at like radical countries in the history, in the past of human civilization, especially in Europe, they all got sorted out. Like there is never like a country more radical than Nazi Germany, or like fascist Japan.
Look what had to happen.
Well, you had total domination, and yeah, Japan had to get like 2 nuclear bombs dropped on it, but.
And now Japan's like one of the most peaceful countries in the world.
That's what I'm saying. How did they go from like the most fanatical, one of the most fanatical countries on the globe in 1945? You didn't get any more crazier than Japan, just killing everybody, absolutely ruthless. And there was a way. Somehow they become like one of the most peaceful nations on earth. I don't know exactly what the steps were, what transpired. But anyway, I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith for these guys.
You can't do that with these guys, though, for some reason.
Because it's religious. But it was for
And
the
unfortunately,
Japanese
there's like
and for the
they're
Germans,
like
too.
heathens.
There's 1.5 million Muslims. There are billion Muslims.
Well, I'm just saying, look, Germany was murdering
So, hey,
everybody left, right, and center.
So what
like genocide, killing millions and millions of Jews.
It sounds good on like video games and TV. Like, oh, we're just gonna drop a bunch of bombs on them.
I'm
like,
not saying
no,
that's
but
the solution.
but they've been dropping bombs on them forever, and it feels like
that doesn't
like,
work.
The bombs don't do the same as like what we think they do. They just like they don't like. They just like they're big bombs, but they just like they can blow up like a Walmart
Well, when you're dropping them from,
or something, right?
Yeah, when you're dropping them from the sky. I mean, if you hit a Walmart, you might only kill 10 people.
Yeah, but
and it's non-discriminate. I mean, it could be.
Yeah, but you think
women mostly.
Yeah, but you think it's gonna.
I think the bombs they have nowadays, it's gonna do a lot more damage.
No, it doesn't matter. They miss a lot.
Yeah, if you're good, but if it's a munitions factory that's stops.
Yeah, but they don't have munitions factories. They buy their munitions from America.
But somehow that gets delivered.
It comes on boats and planes.
Then they blow those
ISIS
up.
isn't still getting their stuff.
Even before that, they could just quit selling them the bullets. They're all coming from America. You know what?
I don't think they get their.
Yes, they do.
I don't think the states are selling
Yes,
them bullets.
they do. How much would you like to bet?
So America is selling weapons to ISIS and then fighting them.
Well, they sell them to
Other
Iraq,
people,
to arms dealers in Iraq, and then they sell them from there.
Yeah.
They go to different places, right? And Russia sells them to them.
I would assume they probably fucking steal most of their weapons.
Take this for example. You know how like USA is often, more often than not, at odds with Iran.
Yeah.
Like Iran has like F-14 fighter jets, American-made ones, that they bought like 30 years ago. Like most
I've never really
most of the
understood that.
like you just said that when ISIS was being formed, it was backed by the states. Well, the way it was backed is just by giving them friggin' tanks and Humvees and friggin' guns.
Yeah.
Those people that just did the terrorist act in Paris, they were all using Kalashnikovs. They're all Russian guns.
Yes, but but that's the most common gun, assault rifle in the world. Everybody has one of those. But hey, they sell them to people who sell them to people who sell them to people. Definitely, right? Like when I sold fire.
Well, it's not. It's only like 2 degrees.
Ryan, when I sold,
like if you're ISIS and Coco's the ambassador to Iraq, you're like,
Ryan,
here you go.
Ryan,
Coco's
when I sold firecrackers in grade 10, if I sold them to somebody, and somebody blew their hands off, I would be like, oh, well, I was an idiot.
I didn't blow my hand off.
Anyways, but nonetheless, what do we do with these guys? Do we just bomb the shit out of them?
Well, I would say you probably just short circuit that freaking supplying them with arms thing
Yeah.
for the sake of
Yeah,
dollars.
if it was that easy, they probably would. There's more.
I
to
guarantee you, no, it is not that easy. You know what it exactly is like? It's like Lockheed Martin makes weapons. Same with what the fuck is it? Rayon. I can't remember the proper name for it. Anyway, Honeywell makes them as well. They make weapons, then they're like, well, Coca-Cola is allowed to sell Coke in Iraq. How come we can't sell bullets? And they're like, well, yeah, that really wouldn't be very fair to stop you guys and say it's okay for these guys.
It's private companies, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's just private companies.
That's why they're allowed to do it. Like, well, how come you let them open a McDonald's there, and how come we can't sell them this rifle?
Yeah. I mean, really, logically, there's no difference.
Well, there is.
Right? I mean,
logically, there is. Technically, there's not.
No. Logically, yeah, whatever. Either way, in one sense, it makes sense that they should be allowed to, and in another sense, it's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
It doesn't even make sense.
It's not even.
man.
Well, it does.
It doesn't make sense.
Why not?
You're
Free
giving
trade.
weapons to ISIS. What do you mean? Why doesn't it make
No,
sense?
I know, but like you said, they're not selling them to ISIS. They're doing this. They're like, hey, our hands are clean. We're selling them to this
I don't believe that it
distributor.
would be that hard to stop that from happening.
No, probably wouldn't. I'm sure
You can
they
see,
could.
well, this container ship is going to Iraq and it's full of weapons. How about we say no?
Unfortunately, those companies have billions of dollars,
That
and
is
they're
the problem.
yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know.
You would think that they would be able to be blocked by like an American.
But doesn't it
aircraft
seem that simple? Like literally, like you said, take the British Army, the Russian Army, but the problem is Russia's kind of who knows what they're thinking. They might be thinking they can benefit from this somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, those are.
Right? You never know with them.
No, you don't.
China, they're an ally of ours, right? All of these massive armies to just
then
surround
again, they're like another one that's
the
like
country
always a
and just
little
be
bit
like,
hit and
hey,
miss.
guys, like, fuck off.
We've got some bad people here. They're fucking up everything.
Yeah, figure your shit out.
How about we bomb them off the map?
Oh yeah, or yeah.
That sounds
I
a
don't
little
know.
bit ruthless. Obviously, it can't be done that way. I don't want innocent people to die.
Unfortunately, it's just gonna.
However, I don't want those people to be allowed to be able to kill innocent people neither.
Yeah. But these groups are just going to keep popping up, and the problem is that they, like within the religion, I think that mindset that has to change.
But you know what though? Hey, you know what we all forget is that when we've been bombing them for
fuck
quite
yeah,
some time,
exactly.
132 people in white people's eyes, that's a shitload.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit happens every fucking day.
Yeah.
Okay, we've
Yeah.
been killing fucking thousands of them. Thousands of them.
I
man.
remember there was something happened on the same day in another country, and no one even heard about it. It was a terrorist
what do
attack.
you mean? Have you if you actually pay attention to you have to find the global national paper, like the Globe.
Yeah.
And if you actually read in the articles, it's like 100 people died here in suicide bombings.
Yeah.
50 people died.
But
here,
there's no
20
Well, those guys
uproar.
are indiscriminate with their hatred. They hate the Japanese, they hate the Russians, they
Yeah.
hate the Americans.
Well,
they
it's a
hate
big
Canadians, they hate the
score.
French.
It's like scoring a goal in
They just hate
NHL
everyone.
and scoring a goal.
If you're not Muslim, they hate you. Doesn't matter what country you're from.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter
right.
if you're white
Exactly.
or black or you're Asian. They
But
will
that's
blow
what-
you up if
hey,
you're not Muslim.
But that's what I bring back to the,
Ali Akbar.
when they exploded, did all this damage in the paper called it was the prostitution area. Okay, it's just because it's kind of like a point, right? They hate our way of life. Mm-hmm. They do. They hate.
But it's ridiculous. That's the problem. Is it's all fucking ridiculous. Why the fuck do you care? Whatever anybody else does, and that's the problem. Is that we're like these days you're not even allowed to talk about how ridiculous these ideologies are.
These people live in mud huts, right?
Man, you I don't know. You'll see that change. People will take so much.
Yeah.
As soon as there's blood in the streets,
The nice thing is that like about this, like France
Something will
doesn't.
happen.
100
I mean,
people
the-
enough to make them.
yeah.
do
Well,
World
it's
War III?
I wouldn't be surprised if there needed to be like one more incident and then
Yeah, then.
No, but I don't think
Yeah.
you're even.
It's like,
France,
Let's fuck them up.
yeah.
France is on the
We've
gas
been
pedal.
patient.
They're not going to stop. Like France.
Well, I hope they don't.
And France
really.
doesn't look at shit the same way that
Yeah.
we
Man,
do. They're not as sensitive.
I don't want to
about
wait
everything.
around until there's a terrorist attack in Vancouver.
But every time France has done something,
Fuck, it was all young people
But,
that
hey,
died in Paris.
Yeah.
But every time France has started something, they needed help to finish it.
Well,
You know?
it was the same with. I mean,
This is a little different.
USA's
No.
been involved in it for 14 years, and they haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, USA loses most wars that they get into. Vietnam, 2 Iraqs, Korea.
Did they lose those wars though? Like
Well,
I don't know
they
about
just did-
Vietnam,
they just
but
didn't
they just
win.
kind of yeah.
They just left.
But I wouldn't say they lost them.
No.
You can't win them.
Germany
No, that's
lost
the thing.
the war
You-
twice.
There's
you
no
can't-
winning.
Well,
the
yeah,
problem
that's
with
a
these
yeah.
things. If somebody was invading Vancouver, I'd be the first person to grab my fucking rifle and my pistol and go up there and be fucking protecting my
Coonskin
country.
hat?
Oh yeah, and live in the bush.
Mm-hmm.
So fuck that if I'm gonna be going to some sand
Dust hole.
sand dust hole to go shoot freaking
Yeah.
camel humpers. What the fuck is that? Right? Well, it's ridiculous. Man, we were talking about this. I don't know what the hell's going on. We don't know what's going on. There's a major. I don't know what's going on in their economy. They have lots.
They don't have an economy.
No, but they have lots of Muslims there. It's a whole different.
But actually, they do sell a lot of oil still.
It's a lot.
That's
but they
Syria?
have a lot.
No,
they have a
Iraq.
big.
Oh, Iraq.
Well,
They-
that's
yeah.
another thing that could be done. Is those guys are still pumping oil out of the ground and selling it to countries like China.
But in
I don't know.
France?
I don't.
In
And that's how
France?
they finance like a lot.
In France.
What? No. Iraq is still pumping oil out of the ground. Like ISIS is in
Yeah.
charge of these wells. They pump
Because
it out
they've
of the
taken
ground.
them over.
Yeah. But I don't understand why they just don't bomb the shit out of those friggin' refineries.
Yeah.
And
I
and the
don't
pipelines
understand.
and
So
shit.
1 minute it's
Because
It
there's
seems
too much
like it could
money.
be.
But-
Like it seems like if I was in charge, I could stop this.
right.
Some of it.
There's too much money involved. There's too many different
But
pieces.
they're
Bomb
always
the oil refineries.
They've
I stopped the
hey,
shipment of ammunitions,
they-
and then I cut off their food supply.
Hey, they've been
We'll
bombing.
see how long they last.
They've been bombing for years. I don't get it either. Like, what the hell is the problem here? Like,
Yeah.
just go. Like, hey, 1 minute it's Iraqi-owned oil, and you're selling oil to China, and then it gets taken over, and like, oh, we're the new owners.
China's still buying it.
You want to buy our oil?
Yeah.
No,
we can
like,
sell it to you at $20 a
how
barrel.
about off one flyby by an F-15? Boom, 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 boom.
Done.
Done.
Now you have no money.
You could bomb 4 of them at a time.
What, you were getting a shipment of arms? How about we just take that ship away? Now you have no bullets. Okay, now it looks like you're getting fucking hungry, and we're going to block those ships too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that simple, though.
But
Like,
there-
I
there's-
think some of these things could be done.
I'm not
Why
saying
can't
that
they stop the oil?
couldn't
The
be
oil
more-
could be so easy.
Again, it's too much money. Like, it's not a matter of.
Okay,
there's
well
too
then
many.
say that.
They're trying to work around everything so that nobody loses their cut, right? They want to stop the war,
People are
but
dying in
hey,
the
we
streets.
want to keep the money flow coming in.
All right, let's wrap this argument up. Coco, what's your solution in one sentence?
The Muslims have to. They have to solve the problem themselves. Like, we can't. Like, they have to
that
do
seems
it.
all rosy.
They have to do it
They're
from
bringing
within.
the problem to us right now, though.
That's the only way I think this ends. You can bomb the shit out of whoever you want. Another group's just going to rise up, and I think it's not going to end until the Muslims actually, within their own, their own group, they have to actually condemn it, and they have to be loud about it.
Joe, what's
how
your
long-
one sentence
How long
solution?
will that take?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if
How
that's.
many innocent people have to die?
Who knows, man? I don't. It's not going to be easy, no matter what. It's not going to be easy. I don't think there's an easy solution.
I don't understand the culture. I don't understand anything about Muslim. I know they're very old, but as far as I'm concerned, they're ages behind us in like the
They
way,
are. They're
they're
like
ages. They're
barbarians.
living like in 2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. I can't even believe our country that one of our big election topics was whether people can wear the niqab or the niqab or what.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, if you're coming to Canada, go like this to take a picture. You have to take the mask off.
Yeah, but that stuff's this is just in the ceremony. That was a big thing.
Yeah, but why is this even an argument?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at our home now.
But why is this even
Like
a topic?
sometimes I go to people's dinner and they make me take off my hat at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
they were
any
talking about-
table is
like
the
they- like, here's a
respectful
good-
thing
like,
to
here's
do.
a good-
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Here's a good example.
Right? That's
Yeah.
the
You
respectful
go
thing
to you go to a hockey game. Do you stand when they sing the national anthem?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Have you ever seen somebody not stand?
No, not really.
Well,
I'm sure there has been, but not that I can.
there's people who don't.
There have been
stand.
times I didn't stand.
There's a problem because people. This has been a problem in the news is because people don't stand at the Canucks games because it's against my religion because they say God in the national anthem, right? Well, what I say is, if I went to when I was in China and Cam wanted to go to a Buddhist thing and people kneeled and stuff, I knelt just for respect.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You're in,
See,
you're in
I'm
their
I'm in
home.
there.
You're in their
I
house.
never said turned into Buddhism.
See, but I don't-
But I did. But I just it was respect. I
foreign
stand with
respect.
respect.
Yeah.
Just like I take my hat off. Like you know who Uncle Andy. He hates it when somebody like we'll be at a Canucks game and somebody won't take his hat off. It happens like once every 3 times we go. Somebody won't take their hat off, and I go, take your hat off. And the guy will look and he won't take his hat off, and then Andy will like whip his beer at him because they take your hat off. It's a sign of respect, right? Like if you come over for dinner, you take your hat off at dinner, and you don't take your hat off and put it on the table.
No, but the problem with it is that
And if I went to Japan, I have to take my shoes off to sit down and eat, I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the problem comes from the fact that you
They're
have
not-
religions linked to like a country's culture,
Well,
and
fuck you.
that in itself is a problem.
Well, fuck you. You're coming to Canada. We need more than your eyes. Okay? We need to see your cheekbones. You have to take your mask off.
Yeah,
Okay?
I
We
get
don't care
that.
what you wanna do.
But that's where the problem comes from, is that you're associating like.
But why is this what people argue about?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't
I don't get
You're
it.
coming here.
Take your fucking mask off.
You
You
should be adopting our culture.
if you go to the
Yeah, but we don't fucking have culture.
Well, that's the reason it gets diluted by shit like
Ryan,
that.
if you immigrate,
No,
if you
I disagree.
immigrate to USA,
We've never had culture.
Hey, if you immigrate,
Canada's
Yeah, we do.
we're
Ryan,
nice.
if you
Like, that's
if you
Yeah.
immigrate to the
I
states,
don't know.
native,
I disagree.
like that's our culture, really.
No, it's
Ryan,
not.
Ryan,
And
if
what's
you-
our culture?
Ryan,
Like
It
name.
would be
We're
Western culture.
we're
It
multicultural.
would be like this,
But-
very similar to any other Western nation.
Ryan, if you go to the States and you immigrate to the States, you pledge allegiance to the flag. You damn right you take your hat off.
Yeah.
And you swear allegiance to the flag.
Yeah, but I also
Okay?
don't like that meant. I don't like that mentality.
Or else
That's
you don't
why you
fuck-
don't go there.
That's why, or else you don't fucking come in.
Yeah.
It ain't no fucking if and now, and they don't
So,
talk.
what, you don't like this? Well, you fucking
Yeah.
stay in Iraq and
They
eat
shot
the
people.
bullets.
Yeah.
You don't pledge allegiance to the flag, you got fucking shot when the Civil War was going on. Everybody pledged allegiance to the flag.
Keep passing it, beer.
I mean, that's
Okay.
fucking ridiculous, though. That mentality is ridiculous.
This is what happens.
I don't think it's that ridiculous.
I do. I don't. I think it's
that's
fucking
what makes
ridiculous.
I like
America!
I like. No,
Like,
it's
I think
not
it's stupid.
America. I think each country has its own individualism, and that should be respected by new people coming into the country.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
agree with
I
that.
think, here, I think,
You can.
hey, I think that
What's going on over there?
I think they're hardcore too.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like them either.
No, that's why
But
you don't go there.
The problem is that if you let it get too lax,
Yeah.
then this
You
is
start
what
to lose yourself.
Then this is what you get. You get people asking if we can take our masks, our Halloween masks off.
Yeah, and not standing up at the hockey
Yeah.
game.
Is that Halloween?
Yeah. No, I know. Where do you draw the line? I'm not arguing that. What I'm
So,
saying
You
is
just,
that.
you just gotta say this is the way we do it here.
Yeah.
You want to be
Yeah.
part of it?
But it shouldn't. The problem is that it shouldn't arise out of like a religious talk. It should just be
Well,
like,
that's
look,
not
this is how we
religious.
do things in
We-
Canada.
Yeah, it's not religious. It's cultural.
We
Yeah.
need
Not
your. We have a big problem. You guys are bombing the
Just
shit out
hold
of
the mic.
everything. We need to see your face. Okay, is that too much to
Just-
Yeah.
Okay.
What, I mean,
Dude,
it's
you're
no different than
missing the
saying a
piece. It's not
password.
gonna hold. Just hold the mic.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
I'll
hold
fix
it.
it afterwards.
All right, hey Joe, what's your one sentence solution? As if we can solve this problem with a sentence. Even a stupid thing to say.
I don't know. It is
Just
almost.
trying to wrap her up.
It's almost to the point where we have to flex the muscles.
Well,
It is.
yeah. So how hard do you flex them?
I don't know. We've been fortunate in our life that we haven't had to go to
Hey,
war.
quit politicizing.
I don't want to
this question.
say. I don't want because there's lots of. You just say go bomb the fuck out of them, and lots of innocent
That's
people.
a-
are
But
gonna
the,
die.
the
what
problem
I'm
is,
saying.
is
But
bomb
I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I said that I don't have a simple answer. I don't know actually what to do. But
Yeah,
something,
nobody wants innocent people to die.
somebody-
One thing I'm against is like
Somebody's
Afghanistan
got to
and
be
Syria,
done.
I don't want kids to die.
No.
No matter what. I mean, it needs to get solved, but
You know what
Gotta
the
work
thing
it out.
is?
The problem
Hey,
is they integrate themselves
no,
into these
I look
societies
at-
so
hey,
that you have to kill
hey,
innocent people
hey,
for you to
I
get
Well,
look.
then we gotta
Hey
be
Ryan,
smarter.
I
Gotta
look
be a way.
at this is the problem. I think it goes way deeper than that. That's why I can't give a good answers because we live so good.
Oh, yeah, we
You
can't
don't
even
understand.
imagine what it's like.
Like 75% of the world doesn't live like us. More than that, maybe.
Yeah.
We have like 2 cars in our driveway, big houses, even like a shitty spot is like 10 times more than they have. Okay. We have like parking and freeways and
Podcast
food
rooms.
and like
Yeah.
if you can't make
Yeah.
if you can't make money, the government will give you money.
Yeah.
Like you can't blame people for these people live in
well,
nothing.
I don't think that's what they're mad about.
No, they want to, but they're sick and tired. They want to.
No, I think they're
They-
just mad about us not living our life by the Quran standards.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
a
huge
out for
part of
them.
it.
They just want a better lifestyle.
I don't think they're mad at our lifestyle.
No, I don't.
I-
Well, it is the lifestyle,
No,
but it's
well, yeah,
the stuff in
it's
our
the
lifestyle
Western, it's a
that-
Western.
Yeah, but
it's not
but-
our riches.
but the ways
it's
of our- but Adam,
it's
the
way
ways-
we lead our lives.
the ways of our lifestyle, the way we've led our lives, and all the problems that we fought over the last 30 years, it's just pissed them off that they hate our way of life now because it's always been bad for them in every way. So they've grown to fucking hate us, and like it's just an out what the Quran says. You're going to get virgins if you kill a woman.
I disagree.
All right,
with that.
so if we had never, if September 11th hadn't happened and America hadn't gone to the Middle East, would we be in this mess?
I think
Or was it coming anyway?
I think it was coming anyway. I mean, that's the
Well,
way it works. Like it's cycles. They've been in constant war for hundreds of years. Basically, it's never really ended.
Agreed.
Even
I
since
think it was coming anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they like Joe said. We can't even like fathom the way they live, what they have to live with every day, right?
And shit, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, but they're not jealous about our Fords and our Chevs and our skyscrapers. I think they're just mad that we let women vote.
Yeah. Well, who fucked that one up?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I love it.
Fuck.
We're out of time, boys.
Oh, is that it? We're
Right
finishing on that note,
Yeah,
huh?
that's it. We're
I
out of
just got
time.
a 6.
Yeah.
I know. We'll have to, I gotta figure. Yeah, I don't know. Did you actually? Is that gonna stay now?
So we really only got the 2 topics: Ronda Rousey and Muslims.
Those were 2 big topics, though, man. I mean,
We spent a lot of time on Ronda.
this Paris thing is. I mean, it's.
To be
It seems like
continued.
I don't know what
to
there's
do.
either a mass shooting by like some kid who's depressed and hates his life, or there's a mass shooting.
I don't know what
Well,
to
that's
do.
another- that's
by
an American
of some
problem.
terrorist act, right? So, I don't know, man. I mean, we
Well, the world's got lots
something
of problems.
something
On
needs
the
to
bright
change.
side, every time I look out my window, I don't see any of that shit. So.
No, that's yeah. We're extremely lucky over here, man. Extremely lucky.
Is that it for the show?
That's it, guys. Yeah, appreciate you coming out, and we will talk to everybody next week.